to forget halfway through the conversation. Whereabouts are you guys at the moment?
We're in Roma. We're working at the Roma Golf Club.
Coldest place in
nice.
Australia at the moment, apart from the snowies.
Yeah, it's pretty cold, isn't it? What's the temps like overnight there?
-2.
That's cold.
Yeah, but in June, which is about an hour away, it was -4.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is cold.
Yeah.
How long are you there for?
6 months.
Oh, okay.
So we're 1 month into it.
Yep.
We're managing a golf course.
Wow, have you done that before?
No. So we're living on the golf course at the moment. That's why it's so cold, because everything's just ices up. Good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And how did you get onto that?
We just got contacted by someone who, one of their friends followed us and then contacted the old caretakers, and they rang us and asked us if we'd be interested. And we thought, why not? We wanted to come to Queensland. Yeah, took the leap. The grounds, like all the grounds and maintenance, and I'm running the bar and the club, and yeah, it's fun.
And full time?
Yeah.
And we live on site as well, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So obviously in your van?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Part of the deal.
Yeah. I'm just going to put my phone on silent, sorry.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I'll just check mine as well. Yes.
Kids have a bad habit of contacting you when you're in the middle of something.
They seem to know, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Well, we'll kick off, and basically I just ask the same questions of everybody. Everyone has their own different answers, which is great. And it's fairly laid back sort of conversation, really, just like sitting around a campfire having a chat.
Yep.
And if there's a question that you don't want to answer, that's fine. Just say, I don't want to answer it, no, and I'll edit it out. Okay. Not that anyone's done that yet. I don't ask too hard questions. But, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yep.
So I will get started. Kev and I are just getting over a terrible cold. So
I'm
coughing and
I'm
spluttering.
at the end of mine as well. And Ange just
starting
getting
Oh, it's not good.
No.
Okay.
But it's all around the country.
Yeah.
It's all
it
over
seems,
the place. They're all saying they've all got colds at the moment, so
yeah.
Start of the cold
change of the weather.
Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty cold where we've been as well.
Yep.
So
Whereabouts are you now?
we are in Murray Bridge.
Oh, the old muzzer.
Yeah. And then we're heading to WA now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Hopefully get up to the warmer parts once we get over the Nullarbor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to that. All right.
Okay.
No coughing. Right. No more coughing. Welcome back to another episode of Big Lap Chats. And today I have joining me some very special guests from the Semi-Retired Travellers. It's Ange and Rob. Ange and Rob, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
Oh, our pleasure.
And whereabouts are you calling in from today?
Roma in Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Outback Queensland, where it's a bit chilly at the moment.
Sure is.
For anyone listening in later than in the next couple of weeks, we're recording this in June, so it's just the start of winter, and we've both just established that we're both in pretty cold places and we're not following the sun. But there's a reason that you two are doing that. What's that?
We're working for 6 months at the Roma Golf Club, caretaking, and so we've committed to being here for 6 months, which is a bit longer than what we normally do. Yeah.
And from your name, the Semi-Retired Travellers, I guess you work and travel around Australia, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, correct. Not old enough to fully retire yet, but we just work and travel, work and travel, work and travel. It's perfect.
Yeah.
When did that kick off for you? How did you get started, and what made you decide to adopt that lifestyle?
Back in the end of 2022, our youngest said that he was moving out of home. And that was the last child at home.
Did you throw a party?
Yeah, so because we wanted to travel for, really when we retired was the plan, but we just thought, why not? We did a big holiday in 2022, which kind of got the ball rolling about we can do this and work. And so, yeah, we sold the house, sold everything, and took off in end of March 23. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So just over 2 years on the road.
Yep.
Yep. Whatever we could fit in our little car and trailer is what we took with us.
Yep.
And everything else we got rid of, palmed it off to family and sold, and we got an investment for the future, which is just rolling along by itself. So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But we hit the road and haven't looked back.
Terrific. And what is your setup? What do you travel in, and what tows that?
We bought a motorhome. It was far bigger than what we first originally expected to get. So we bought our big Winnebago, big 31 foot.
Oh, wow.
And we did tow a little Suzuki Grand Vitara behind that, but we've just gotten rid of that, and we bought a Mitsubishi Triton, and we'll put that on a trailer and tow that. And I've got a motorbike as well, so everything just fits on.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
just nice and comfortable. It was a bargain off of a really nice couple that we bought it from, so it was a good deal.
Drove all the way to Esperance to pick it up.
Oh, did you? And where did you start from? What was your hometown at the time?
Adelaide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we drove to Esperance, and then we've got 2 kids in Ceduna. So we stopped there on the way back, worked there for 5 months, and just got ourselves set up with the motorhome, and left from there, and we've been back a few times.
2 kids in Ceduna, then we went up and saw my 2, which were in Alice Springs at the time. Back to Adelaide to see the other 2 in Adelaide. And then we moved on again and started travelling again. But new grandchildren getting born sucks us back all the time.
Milestone birthdays.
Yeah, there's always something going on, isn't there?
That's right. Living in the motorhome, we can do this, whereas back at home with our full-time jobs, we couldn't just up and go like we can now. So that's the advantage. To actually probably see the kids more than what we could have if were in our home. So, our parents, because my parents are in Mount Gambier, Rob's are in Adelaide, so
okay. At least they're in a kind of a concentrated area. You haven't got one in Darwin and one in Perth.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why we haven't gone to Western Australia yet, is because of the parents being a little bit older. It's easier to get back when something happens, and with health and so it just makes it easier. And we've had no trouble finding work wherever we go. It's just been really great doing anything. We're not fussed. We're not trade related or anything like that. We're just we're average people.
Yeah, a lot of people do wonder about taking that leap, and are they going to get work along the way? And I always say, there's plenty of work. Not that we've actively looked for it, but you can just see.
That's right.
Signs in windows.
We're a little worried, but no, we've really maybe once Rob took a bit longer to get a job, but as long as one of us was working, that's what we said. That we're fine. So.
And with the general rule, if one's not happy, then we move on.
Yes.
We've both got to be happy with what we're doing, and what we're doing now, we both absolutely love it. We're our own bosses, our own timelines. As long as it's done, it's all good.
Yeah, that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then if you're doing this stint for 6 months, how long then will you travel before you'll stop for work again?
Depends on how much my trailer costs.
Probably, hopefully at least 3 months, if not more.
Okay.
Because we've had a big, long working stint from, when did we start in Portland? January. Christmas. So we really haven't had much of a break, whereas normally we have at least 6 weeks or longer off. So we just, we'll work, and then we don't really know what we're going to do. We've got to go see a granddaughter that's being born. We know that. And then we're not sure.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, that'll be in the warmer months anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
For you down south.
Alice Springs.
Alice Springs. Okay.
Alice Springs in November, so that will be hot.
Yeah.
That will be very hot.
Yeah.
I'll start this again. What's one thing most lappers overlook that could make or break their entire journey, do you think?
Space, I reckon.
Yeah.
Having space. Where we are in this motorhome with 2 big expanders on it, or 2 slide outs, there's a lot of space in here, and so we're not always in each other's pocket. So it's a lot easier. We've got a little bit of freedom to do that. It's just enjoying each other. We run everything we do. We run past each other. It was not just suddenly just going off for a drive or getting on the bike and going for a ride somewhere. We know exactly what we're doing, and it's just, being able to communicate.
Yes. Yeah, I think you do need to get along well because you are living in confined spaces and always together. Yeah, that would probably be the big thing. But we've had a couple of arguments, but nothing major.
Only because you want to argue.
I mean, that's just a fact of life, isn't it?
No,
You know,
that's-
Yeah.
you're in a, well, I always say we live in a tin can.
Yeah.
And if you've both sort of had jobs before you leave and then you come together, you're like, whoa, this is like full time.
Yeah.
24/7.
That's right. Yeah. And it did take us a while
Living,
to
working.
actually relax as well after just working full time, like you said. And you're always busy with kids, house, whatever, work. And we took a while to just go, it's okay to not do anything.
Yeah.
Just relax and enjoy,
Yes.
traveling. But now we're quite relaxed.
Oh, exactly. And that's one thing that no one ever said to us when we hit the road, and which we've met quite a few people now that have, we've been on the road for 2 weeks, or we just started, this is our first couple of days. And what's your advice? And I said, my advice would be to you is it'll take you 3 months to settle.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. You might have a few little arguments and everything, but 3 months to actually settle and slow down.
Yep.
And some people can take longer. And if you've worked hard all your life and you've always been in that go, it's very hard to slow down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we found that. It was about 2 or 3 months for us too.
Yeah.
And now we sort of slowed right down. We like to spend a week in a place rather than, because that travel fatigue is a real thing, isn't it? Packing up, moving, travelling.
Yep.
Yep.
Because at first when we took off, it was like a holiday. You feel like you're still you're on a holiday.
You've got to go sightseeing
And
every day.
going, we've got to see this,
Yeah.
do that. But it's nice to just sit by a river and,
Do nothing.
I reckon
Stare at the water.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon it took us 12 months before we actually sat down.
Properly, yeah.
And just Ange would read, or I'd do some fishing, or just did nothing for a couple of days. And it's, wow, we don't have to go and do something.
I think that's a trap, isn't it? Because I was only thinking about that a couple of weeks ago. If we were at home, we wouldn't be out every day doing stuff. And I know we're in a new place, say once a week or so forth, but you don't have to do everything in one day while you're there, do you?
No, not at all.
No, that's exactly right.
Damn, got me. That's what editing's for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's your secret to finding the most breathtaking destinations, but ones that are under the radar?
Talking to the locals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Information centres.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely.
Information centres. They're always full of oldies from the area that are volunteering their time, and they are so passionate about their area. They'll tell you where everything is.
Yeah.
We had a bonus sort of pick up for a beautiful Asian restaurant in Mildura, of all places. And the food there was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good price and packed. Like Monday, Tuesday night, and it was packed.
Was that up on 14th Street?
I don't know. It was called Andy's Kitchen.
Oh, I did see that. We spent 3 months in just out of Mildura just before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Working
Oh,
on a
nice.
fruit block.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Great place. We loved it round that way in Renmark.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, work with some brilliant people. And that's the thing. When you find jobs, if you go in there with the right attitude, everyone will love you. And we met magnificent people in Mildura, and we'll probably stay friends with them and stay in contact with them for a long time.
Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
And
everywhere.
that tends not to happen when you're sort of living at home in your same old,
right.
same street, same house that where you've been for the last umpteen years.
That's right. You barely know your name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Have you come across a good free camp that you love and that you go back to?
A few.
Yeah. One that we both talk a little bit about when we reminisce is Mount Franklin in Victoria.
Okay. Yeah.
In the it's an old volcano, and you can actually drive around and drive into it. And it's just very quiet and just a nice spot.
Oh, lovely.
Even our truck.
That sounds terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that restricts you in any way?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. We didn't really think that hard about it when we got it, but once we got it, we realised that we couldn't do it because we liked forward driving and camping and stuff.
Yep.
We set up a Suzuki to do that. So I've got a rooftop tent and set the back up with fridge and everything, so we can still go and do what we want to do when, you know, the motorhome can't get there. So yeah, a bit disappointing once we realised what.
Yeah. And now that we've got the Triton, see, with the Suzuki being on the back, it was flat-toed.
Yeah.
So if you got into an area, you couldn't back out of it. You had to unhook everything, and it made it a lot harder. So now with a trailer, it's going to be just easier just to back it. No worries. I can go anywhere with it. There's some spots where the motorhome's great, really comfortable, nice to drive. But when you pull into a town, you can just take the car off and go and do what you need to do. Or if you want to go and have a look at a whole heap of scenery in the area, park up in a parking bay and take the car. So learning to do that, not just, let's go down this road. You know, the motorhomes it's a house. So we move it either wherever we stay, that'll sit still. We don't have to take it everywhere, and then we've got the car to get around.
Yeah, terrific. What's the 3 biggest money-saving hacks everyone needs to know before they hit the road?
Marry someone that can cook.
Yeah. And learn how to cook cheaply but tasty food. So pretty good at doing that.
We do enjoy going out for pub meals.
But not very often.
Yeah, we don't do that very often anymore because it's money.
Yeah.
Every time you go, it's $150 that you're spending on a few drinks and a meal.
And try not free camp, or where we've been lucky to work in 3 spots where we haven't had to pay for any accommodation or site fees, and that has so much money. It's expensive to stay in a caravan park for extended time, so that definitely has helped us. What's the 3rd one?
Third one would be, there's not really so much the caravan parks. We try and stay in showgrounds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Purely because of the size. You know, caravan parks, we don't fit on a lot of the blocks once you put the slide outs on. And so you're not paying for all those other things you don't need, like playgrounds and swimming pools and, you know, kids running around everywhere. We don't need manicured lawns or anything like that. So showgrounds saves a lot of money. And when we are on the road and we're not stopped, we free camp as much as possible.
Yeah. Do you have a standout showground that you visited that you'd go back to?
Bega, that was a good one.
Bega was nice. Mount Gambier
was nice. Yeah. And we've stayed at footy clubs, $10 a night. And just
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah. I can't really say one particular one that would be the best one, but they're just, some of them they'll have the bar open, like the Port Augusta Football Club.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
You can pull up in there and you just go and, I think it's $10 a night, have a few beers in the club. They're all very welcoming in there. They have their specials on their footy nights, but that's a good little spot to stop in at.
And donation camps, they're good
Kimber.
too. Yeah.
The one in
Kimber's great, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
That's a real hats off to that community, that one.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, nice little town too.
Yeah.
With the big galah.
We recently stayed in Broken Hill at the racecourse,
Yes.
actually.
Oh, we stayed there.
Stayed there from March for the Monday Festival.
Yeah.
Beautiful grassy area, and
Yeah, it was nice.
get to hear the horses in the morning thundering down the track. So if you could give one piece of advice to someone that's planning a lap of Australia, what would it be?
Take your time. Take your time. It's no hurry. I know some people have got time limits and they've got to keep moving, but you've got to stop and smell the roses. Travelling Australia and taking a photo and then moving on is not really doing too much. Might be good for you. And purely it's on your time. Some people don't have the time to stop and enjoy it, but yeah, that's my advice. If you're going to do it, take longer and just enjoy it. Slow down.
Yep.
And if you're hesitating about doing it, just do it.
Yeah.
You know, you can estimate and think about what ifs and all the things that, you know, have to be in place before you go. But if you wait for all these things that have to all line up, you probably never do it. So it was scary and exciting when we did it, but for us, it worked really well, just doing it. Yeah.
We had sets of our parents live in retirement villages, going there and going to the happy hour, or want to chat to you, and they all know what we're doing. And the biggest comments we had from them all was, it's glad, we're happy to see people doing it. We wanted to do it when we retired. Too late. We said the body, the health, they just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of those people, they'll follow us on Facebook now and have a look, and they just love it.
Yeah.
You go in there and you got 50 sets of parents.
Yeah. It'd be thrilling for them too.
Yeah.
To know you and watch your journey.
Yes, that's right, because they can't do it, so they're travelling through seeing where we're going.
Yeah, very cool. What's the biggest myth about travelling Australia that needs to be busted?
Probably that it's cheap.
It's not cheap.
Fuel's expensive. Yeah, fuel is expensive. That's our biggest expense. But in saying that, you can do it on a budget. Like we don't spend a lot of money, and because we sit for 3 months at a time, or this time 6 months at a time, we're not really spending money. But traveling all the time, is expensive. Just the cost of fuel. Yeah.
One of the biggest myths I can think of is, don't listen to the media on how dangerous places are. Make up your own mind when you get there, because every place you go to, you listen to the local media, they're always going on about the problems in that town. And then everybody gets so focused on on the town that they're in. It's the same all over the place. Yeah. If it looks sketchy, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just enjoy it. We've had no issues anywhere we've been, and I'm a big, ugly, scary-looking bloke. But people don't judge you, and if there's a whole heap of kids hanging around out the shop, out the front of it, and they look sketchy, just go to another one. Don't downgrade the whole area just because of a couple of people.
Very good point.
Yeah, and so just enjoy it. We love it.
We've had no problems at all. We've been right up the middle, right down the east coast as well. And it's like you say, if you do a little bit of research before you go, find out where you're going to feel safer, parking up for the night or two or whatever. But yes, I agree. It gets blown out of proportion for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you need some advice, if you pull up into an area or close to a town, go in the pub. Speak to the publican. He'll tell you where's a safe place to camp. They know.
Yep.
He'll say, I wouldn't camp around here. Probably go about 20 k's down the road. And they'll tell you. Not that I go to the pub all the time. That's a myth.
I had to have a bit of a chuckle to myself when you said, you go out to the pub, it's 150 before you blink sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that I kind of liken that to, the free pub stays.
Oh, we've done those.
They're free, but they cost you $150 for the night.
Classic was Edamogga Pub.
Yes.
Free camp.
Yeah.
Come in and have a beer. Yeah. And then everyone else that stayed there wanted to have a beer with us, and then we end up spending a lot of money in there.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah. How do you stay connected and productive on the road without sacrificing the adventure?
Well, that's a good question. You can answer that one.
I'm not sure how to answer that. Connected to the family, you mean, or connected just to everyday goings on? Video calls with the kids, and I miss the grandkids quite a bit, so we do try and ring them. Or actually, I let them ring me because the kids are busy. So when we talk to them, talk to my parents quite a bit on the phone, just to make sure they're doing okay, and watch the news for all the other things that we need to know about.
Yeah, you find that your kids, we've got 6 kids between us. We probably speak to them more now that we're on the road than we did at home. They'd come around for dinner and they'd turn up just before dinner, and as soon as they finish their mouthful, they're out the door again. But now we sit there and we can talk to them for ages. They all want to ring and see how we're going and say hello, and it's really good. Yeah. They probably miss us.
Yeah. Do you have Starlink on board, or?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
We resisted that for a while, and then we broke down in a remote area,
Okay.
remote, but there was no reception, and we thought, that's it. We need to get it just
Mm-hmm.
for that, as well as in the evenings. Once everything is done, we like to watch a bit of telly and,
Catch up on Netflix.
catch up on Netflix. And then also everyone can contact us still. But if before that, if we were going out of range, we would let everyone know if you can't get hold of us.
No, we don't use
Don't
Starlink.
Yeah.
We haven't got it on now. If we've got good enough reception, we hotspot off our phones. And then you can just turn the Starlink off and save some money. People have it running all the time, even if they're in a good area, and to me that's a waste of money.
For sure. What's one tip that's saved you bacon on the road, but you rarely share it or it's rarely shared online?
Rob can fix anything.
Handyman. Push mechanic. Fencing wire fixes everything and zip ties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true. Kev's a big believer in we should always have a bit of wire in the car that will fix anything.
Yep.
Tape, duct tape, zip ties and wire.
Mm.
So just having the confidence to try and fix something yourself. If you have to go run off to a mechanic every time something's going wrong on your car, it costs you a fortune.
Yeah. What did you do? What did you do for a job? I mean, before you left?
I was 30 years in security, doing events, specialising in events and sports. The old bouncer style, that left me many years ago, but just enjoying it. So I was working with a really good bunch of blokes at Adelaide Oval for 10 years. Most of them are still there, but it's the time come and we got a little bit restless and we thought, let's go. I worked with some brilliant people that all still follow us and still keep in contact.
Yeah.
And I was a carer.
What about you, Ange?
I was a carer. Aged care and disability support. So, I've done that since I've been on the road.
I was going to say that would be a job that you could take with you.
Yeah, I have. I do like it, but you take your work home with you when I do anyway. So I've tried to branch out from that and do other jobs, but it's always something to fall back on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's it from me, unless you'd like to add anything else, something that I've missed.
No, you've covered everything.
Absolutely. But no, this is a 20-year plan for us. So we're
20 years.
Yeah, 2 years into our 20-year plan.
Awesome.
We're calling it our retirement tour.
Yeah, looking for somewhere to retire.
Somewhere to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And I reckon you could spend 20 years travelling Australia easily, and it's not until you're out on the road that you realise there's so much to see and do.
Oh definitely.
Absolutely.
We've only been doing it 2 years and we really haven't seen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more to see.
Yeah, we've met some amazing, inspirational people on the road. A lot of people are travelling because of health reasons. And they're thinking, if we don't do it now, we're not going to. And it's just really inspirational.
Even the young, the people with young kids and families that are doing it, I just think, good on them, giving the kids a good start in life. And it's good to see. Yeah.
Change doing things, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think kids learn so much on the road.
Oh.
Day to day, seeing things, learning about history and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think it's a great lifestyle for them.
Yeah.
And there's some people that we've seen and they'll pull up somewhere and they make the kids read the sign out loud, the information board, and you'll stand back and go, how good is that? They're learning something. They're not just sitting in a classroom getting about wokes.
Yes, that's true. Very true. Oh, gosh, that's a whole podcast on itself, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate it. I know you've taken some time out of your busy day, and now I've gone blank.
I've got to go back and
start that again. Yeah. Thanks very much for joining me today. I appreciate your time. I know you're busy. And happy travels.
Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, giving us the opportunity.
No worries at all.
Nice chatting.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
That was great.
Yeah.
Really good. This should be out next week, actually. I'm all caught up with my podcasts.
Okay.
So one's just gone out today at 10 o'clock. So, you'll be next week.
Ooh, exciting.
That was Happy Empty Nesters.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one out
Yeah.
today, is it? Or
Theirs has gone out today. Yeah.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely couple they
Yeah.
are.
We met them at camp.
Aren't they?
Sure. Yeah, they're so nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought the book. So I'm reading the book, Kane's book.
Yeah, cool.
Mm.
That's really good. Yeah, they've got a great story of just getting out and doing it no matter what, hey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then with his health reasons to slow down, and he's just gone, I'm not going to let it stop me. We'll just do it a little bit slower and a little bit different. But brilliant, lovely people.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I will stop this.